I didn't do a get ready with me this morning either, because unfortunately I am still ugly. This is an ongoing issue for me, so is that really the way that I want to start this video? Good morning, everyone. We are here in the middle of nowhere, basically. You know, they say that if you don't want to disappoint someone, then you should set their expectations low, because that way you can under-promise and over-deliver. So today I think is going to be a little exercise in that. We're going to go on a little walk in nature. We're going to see some ruins, some old buildings that I don't know what they are, but they're ruins now. And we're going to go to a neighboring town around here. Is there anything interesting, particularly in this town? Not really, but it's about the journey, not about the destination. So, yeah, that's how it's gonna go today. I hesitate to call this a hike, because we are going to be getting some elevation, but it's very gradual, so it's not too difficult. It's very doable for anyone, really. There are some places around here that are a lot more what we would consider hiking, and those are really fun. I might do a video on those, but today is a chill one. I've always thought that this could be like a cool place to shoot like a miniature scene. If you want like a realistic looking valley, you put your miniatures in there and you film it with like the real dirt. I don't know, like Helm's Deep or whatever, but you know, real. So this giant chasm in the ground, that's new. Probably because of all the rain that was coming through a couple months ago. It probably washed out this whole area. Yeah, look, see? You can see the stream from where the rain came down and just opened up. That's cool. And yes, I know, Helm's Deep was also filmed with miniatures. I know, don't kill me. I know a couple of people, some freaking cinephile friends of mine are gonna be like, actually, did you know? Yeah, I know, okay, I know. There are a great many things that I know a little bit about that I would like to know more about. And one of them being, you know, geology and geography. I just think it's so interesting the way that, like, you know, rivers are formed. This could easily be a river if it gets enough water flow through it and it widens. And then, you know, those mountains, for example, that one mountain in the background over there, it's just alone. How did it get to just come up alone? I don't know. Fun to think about, though, and fun to learn about. Dude, I have seen like 5 rabbits, and every time I try to take a video, they run away. They're on to me. They're too quick for me. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I think it's very important to know a little about everything, you know? At least be familiar to a certain degree with a lot of different things. You know, better to be a jack of all trades than a master of none type thing. Also, it's kind of hard to tell, but in the distance over there, we can see civilization. We are almost to phase 1 of our journey completed. So I was going to go this way, but I guess I can't. I mean, I haven't been here in a few months. So I don't know, maybe somebody bought this land or whatever. It doesn't seem to be a fence, but this is annoying. One of the most annoying things to me, not about Spain, but about like any country, is that there's no like public land anymore. This is something at least that America still does well, is public land where you can just basically walk wherever you want on it. In Spain, there's Not much left. Look at that. Look at that view. Isn't that beautiful? You know, it's views like this that make me not want to kill myself. Oh, sorry, I just realized you can't say that on YouTube. So, we're in town now. Not the town that I'm going to, but another town is kind of in between. I searched for maybe 30 minutes for an entrance to those ruins, but every single path is marked off, which is really annoying. I saw some people around there before fiddling around with something in the area. And I've already been held at gunpoint once before on a private property that I wasn't supposed to be on. So I'm not going to do that again. I think we're going to skip that part of the tour. Which is funny because I literally started this video talking about under-promising. And I've already over-promised. So whatever. But we're done with phase 1 of our journey. And we will now go on to phase 2. Wow, look at that. It might be a little hard to see, but there is snow on those peaks. That's beautiful. So we are on the path now to lead to the other town. It is, well, you can't see it from here, but right down there, sort of near where those structures are, is the highway that goes from Toledo to Madrid. So basically we're heading pretty much straight north right now. It's hard to tell, but look at those windmills. They're very cool. I've been there before. This one, though, looks to be some sort of castle or like a little structure. I've never been there, so I wonder what that is. So, let's have a little story time. This is a true story, by the way. It's not that crazy of a story, but it is true. So I was walking on this path one day. It must have been 4 or 5 years ago already at this point. And there was a bull just kind of like walking down the path. Just walking, minding his own business. And I was coming down this way. And so we were going to meet, you know, head to head. And the bull wouldn't stop. Like, he just kept coming. And I was like, okay, should I move? Do you move? Like, what's going on? And he started, like, picking up speed. And I was like, that's not good. Like, were you going to hit me or something? And he started, like, picking up more speed. And I was like, shit, this is not good. And then in that exact moment, a car came down, whizzing past down there. And the bull got spooked. And he, like, ran into the trees over here. And he just kind of, like, left. And I was like, thank you, because I think that bull was going to kill me. And I was probably overreacting, but I mean, I don't know, it was scary in the moment. So we are currently at 2,222 feet of elevation, which is not crazy, but you know, it's a funny number. But more importantly, snow-capped mountains in the background, and we can see the church steeple of the little town we're going to. So it's within distance, you know, sight distance. So we're almost there. All right, y'all, we are coming down into this little valley from up there, and we've done it. We've reached the town. Little fun fact about this town, it has a bread factory, like up the street over there. And sometimes you get a whiff of that bread coming in through the wind, and God, it smells so good. I'm going to show you some shots of this town as we go through it. And it just occurred to me, let's play a little game in the comments. I'm not going to tell you which town this is, so you can look it up. But let's try to guess the population of this town. And let's see how close we can get to the real number. Whoever Victor is, I'm sorry. So, like, if I'm single, does that mean I'm not allowed? How does that work? Be very careful, children, because remember, no matter where you are never free from capitalism. Every time, I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people, but every time I'm on one of these bridges, I feel like it's just gonna collapse and I'm just gonna fall and get run over. So that's a fun little thought to have. There's the town. There's a church. Also, there's a mall here, which that's kind of cool. This is giving me like cool, like abandoned building vibes. The parking lot is like overgrown because nobody uses it. That's cool. There's quite a few people in here actually. I've been here a couple times before and often it was like completely empty. So this is kind of nice to see. It's kind of nice to be out of the sun, actually. It's kind of hot today, even though, I mean, today's April 1st. So we're still in spring. But yeah, it was pretty hot today. So it's kind of nice to be out of the sun. I think I might go down to the supermarket and get a drink or something. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I've shown you a little bit of the town. Here's the church in the background, very beautiful. What do you think the population is below? We came at it from an angle that makes it look like we're in the middle of nowhere, but keep in mind the highway is right there, the one from Toledo to Madrid. So we're not in the middle of nowhere, exactly. But yeah, put a number in the comments below. Let's see who's closest to the right answer. All right. Heard that? These little towns, honestly, I love them. They're so beautiful. You might say that it's not that fun. There's not a lot of stuff to do here, which is true. But this is a true, like, interior Spain, you know? Really close to nature. There's some, not this one, but there are some other ones that are, like, in the mountains, really, really beautiful. But this one's really calm, peaceful. Would I want to live here? Maybe not, but would I want to spend some time here? Sure. So, since this place is really calm today and chill, I think I'm going to chill out here for a little bit, eat some of the food that I brought, catch up on a little bit of writing, because I'm working on something new, something good, I think. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, once I'm done with that, I think I'm just going to head on home. What's up, guys? I'm back home. It's been a couple hours. The return journey, pretty uneventful, but it's pretty hot actually, so I'm kind of tired. But yeah, I'm gonna head home, eat something, maybe get some work done, and just chill for the rest of the day. The next video I make is probably going to be similar, like a hiking video, but maybe a little bit more mountainous terrain, a little bit more rugged. We'll see how it goes. But since you're here, thanks for making it to the end, and I'll catch you in the next one.